So I recently lived through something no homeowner should ever have to say out loud. My farm was raided by cops. The reason? Anhua Gomline. They claimed they had authority, but the only thing they truly had was a front row seat to their own arrest. Let me take you back to where it all started. It began with a nail. 6 inches of rusted steel driven through a bright red notice and deep into the wood of my front gate, like some dystopian telegram. The document read, Emergency Repossession Notice, HOA Mandate 14D violation. Funny thing, though, I don't belong to an HOA. At least, I didn't think I did. I peeled the paper off the gate. It came with 3 surprises, a list of absurd violations including livestock containment breach and unauthorized fencing design, a $4,700 fine, and a vacate by Friday ultimatum. Oh, and it was signed by someone named Miranda Shaw, president of the Silver Rock Meadows HOA. Never heard of it. I live next to Silver Rock Meadows, not in it. But apparently, Miranda had decided the HOA's borders were now expandable, like suburban imperialism. At first, I laughed it off. It had all the hallmarks of a scam. Then, 30 minutes later, a matte black SUV rolled into my driveway. Out stepped 2 men, cargo pants, tactical vests. One held a clipboard, the other had a sidearm and a buzz cut that screamed, "Wannabe SWAT." Clipboard guy led with, "Sir, we're here to conduct a visual inspection on behalf of Silver Rock Meadows HOA. Do you have a warrant?" Under municipal subcode, emergency protocol authorizes perimeter verification without resident consent. A lot of words for no. You're not coming near my barn dressed like that. The other guy adjusted his stance, hand drifting a little too close to his holster. I stared him down. Unless you're law enforcement or carrying a court order, you're trespassing. Clipboard guy smiled and pulled out his phone. "We'll be noting your resistance. This will escalate." "Good," I said. I love paperwork. They left, but I caught a glimpse of something in their windshield, a laminated HOA badge, off-center and crooked. I snapped photos, plates, badges, gear. I posted it all on the local board with the title, "New HOA Cosplay Unit Spotted. Looks like Blackwater took over lawn care." Within minutes, the comments exploded. One neighbor said the same guys had visited their property, claiming they needed to inspect the grain bins. Another called it intimidation. Then came a message from Old Man Bartley, 5 houses down. "Told y'all. Miranda's HOA ain't a neighborhood group. It's a damn cult." My phone rang. "Miranda." "No, hello. Just, Mr. Weston, I'm calling to confirm you received the formal notice." "You mean the one illegally nailed to my gate?" "Nailed is harsh. Secured for visibility. And it's not illegal under our new expansion guidelines. Guidelines you made up and voted on without me. It was a meeting for Silver Rock Meadows residents. I'm not in Silver Rock Meadows. You are now." Click. That night, I saw orange survey flags lining the edge of my north field. I hadn't placed them, and, judging by how my goats were chewing them up, I doubted the HOA had either. I pulled one up. It had coordinates in Sharpie. They weren't bluffing. They were mapping. Next morning, I filed a report at the county office. The clerk raised an eyebrow. "We've had 11 of these. You're number 12. What's being done about it?" "Nothing. Most people pay the fine and hope it stops." "I'm not most people." She handed me a sticky note. "Talk to Sheriff Grayson Weston. My brother." I called him. Told him about the fake cops, the clipboard that looked like a prop. He was silent for a beat. "You're not the first," he finally said. "But this isn't about fences or fines. It's about control." I didn't know what he meant, not yet. But I would. It didn't start with sirens. It started with a megaphone. "This is the compliance division of the Silver Rock Meadows HOA. Step outside immediately." It was 6:42 a.m. I stepped onto my porch in a t-shirt that read "Fence me in, I dare you." 4 black trucks idled at the end of my gravel drive. No plates, just stencil numbers. Painted across their sides, civic enforcement. 6 people in khakis got out, looking like a Halloween parade for authoritarianism. And then Miranda stepped out. Windbreaker, clipboard, sunglasses, and that smug smile. "We're here to initiate Phase 2 of your compliance review," she said. "Did Phase 1 get lost in the mail?" "You received notice. You refused to comply. They started advancing. One launched a drone. Another scanned my fence. I stepped down from the porch. Calm but firm. You planning to arrest me for standing on my own land? We're authorized under community law, said one. You mean you're wearing khakis and carrying clipboards? That doesn't make you a sheriff. We can do this peacefully, Miranda said. Or escalate. You brought 6 rent-a-cops to inspect a barn. It's not just a barn. Unauthorized fencing. Livestock violations. Utility hookups. The barn's been here 30 years. The goats were born on site. Utilities are county-issued. Want to see the paperwork? We'll determine that. No, you won't. She waved them forward. I whistled. My goats charged the barn in a chaotic blur. One guy flinched. They don't like strangers, I said. Miranda held up her phone. This is escalating hostility. We're documenting. Smile bigger, Miranda. That footage will look great in court. Then a real sheriff's cruiser pulled up. Deputy Carla Ramirez stepped out. Everything all right here? We're conducting an HOA inspection, Miranda said. On whose authority? Community mandate. Ramirez turned to me. Did you invite them? No. Do you consent? Absolutely not. She turned back to Miranda. You're trespassing. Leave now. And take the drone down. It's illegal over AG property. Miranda's eye twitched. You'll regret this. Already do, I muttered. As they retreated, one of the younger guys looked back at the barn. His expression cracked, a sliver of doubt. There's always one with a conscience. That night, my brother Grayson appeared at the back fence with a 6-pack. You're not just a target, he said. You're a headline. Miranda had tried this before. Same playbook, different property. That guy? Evicted. His land? Donated to the HOA. Now a private retreat owned by Miranda. She threatened my niece, I said. Then she's scared. Get proof. Things escalated fast. Tools moved. Fences mysteriously cut. My goat Maggie ended up chewing on a survey flag in the road. Then the power went out. Twice. Both times when my cameras were uploading. I checked logs. Every failure lined up with shifts covered by Darren, a quiet new hire from a neighboring farm. Always polite. Always asking about my backup systems. One night, the barn camera pinged. It was him. Hoodie. Flashlight. Messenger bag. I caught him near the pump house. Forgot to clock out. He ran. I chased. He tripped. I cornered him. Let's talk. You think you're a hero, he snapped. This land was supposed to go back to the community. Miranda said your family stole it. He opened his bag. Tablet. Burner phone. A map of my land with notes. Trigger points. Blind spots. One date. November 4th. 2 days away. The tablet had files, surveillance photos, power charts, documents labeled Phase 3 Weston. Signed off by M. Shaw. And a forged deed. My name on it. Filed with the county. Fake, but it looked real. Except mine had a real signature. Vet Inc. She's selling it out from under you, Grayson said. To a shell developer she controls. We found a contract. Mason Ridge Development. Same name that popped up in another HOA. Same blueprint. Phase 1. Erase the owner. Miranda had been at this since 1991. Tried to buy the land from my dad. He said no. She waited 30 years. She forged, threatened, infiltrated. But she messed up. Because the boundaries she crossed, it belonged to Don Wallace, a lawyer. We wired the property. Set up surveillance. Grayson positioned off-duty deputies nearby. At 9:04 a.m., they came back. 5 SUVs. Miranda in full costume. She waved the document. Your property is under administrative hold. Unless that's from a judge, it's toilet paper. They advanced. One touched the barn. Motion sensors activated. Sirens. Lights. A voice. This is Sheriff Grayson Weston. You're trespassing. Miranda flinched. Then Don Wallace appeared, holding a cease and desist. You crossed on my land. Effective immediately, you are in violation. Then the real sheriffs arrived. Grayson walked out with a signed warrant. Fraud. Forgery. Impersonating law enforcement. You can't arrest me. Yes, I can. Cuffs. No drama. Just silence. Her crew folded. One even asked if he could still be a whistleblower. Neighbors cheered. Someone brought sweet tea. Miranda was on the news by evening. Mugshot viral. While website Altfaline, her empire collapsed. But there was one final note, a tablet from her SUV. One email. No name. Just a subject line. Reassignment pilot zone, Midwest beta. Coordinates. Not mine. I followed them. Found Grace Harlow. Another landowner. Same threats. Same fake documents. Different HOA. Same developer. We connected the dots. Shared everything. Grace filed an injunction. Her land stayed hers. And then came others. For more in 3 states. Same pattern. Same blueprint. Miranda wasn't the architect. Just a pilot. I handed it all to the state AG. No promises. Just silence and investigations. My ranch stayed mine. But I never forgot. I walk the fence every morning now. To check the lines. And to remember, power doesn't always wear a badge. Sometimes it wears khakis. And if you're not paying attention, it erases you. 1 month later, a black envelope appeared at my gate. No return address. Just a card. A triangle over a stylized house. And new coordinates. I didn't go. I stored it. Logged it. For the next person. Because the war isn't over. It just moves zones.